ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. The Ashtapashas, that is the shackles that binds human existence, and the other is bondage. Sri Ramakrishna differentiates between these bondages and shackles. Shackles are those by which we have superimposed upon ourselves and we are bound by our own understandings. These like grina, bhai, all these, the shame, fear, all these we have covered ourselves with. The 8 fetters: shame, hatred, fear, caste, lineage, good conduct, grief, secretiveness, all these things are what we have bound ourselves. They are to be removed by our own efforts. But the Guru will help and indicate the process of eliminating from that. It is yesterday we saw, it's just a knack. How to get rid of it is a knack. Some things we see people will join or disjoin and give to join again, or join and give us to disjoin. They will do behind and show. Again join and give us, we cannot do it. And when they show how to do it, it is a simple thing. Like that, the Guru tells the technique by which Guru also doesn't participate in removing, because it is in your consciousness. The consciousness has accepted and held it as real and truth. But it won't be truth with respect to normal things also. It is untruth for all the rest of the world and to the nature also. But our understanding, suppose I see a person, my understanding of that person is entirely different from the other. How do I create this? Is my own samskaras, my own vasanas, my own tendencies, my own past experiences. I put and analyze and come to a conclusion. This person is like this, this material is like this, this is helpful in this way, this is not helpful, this is harming in this way. All these are relative terms, relativity. So it is related to me I am seeing. The other person may be seeing entirely different, entirely opposite to what I am seeing. So here we see these things have been, I have absorbed, I cannot change my nature because it is my nature, I have acquired it. And I see the same thing. But how to get rid of these shackles, Guru will show. He doesn't participate in removal, but he will help you in removing. These are 8 fetters, and they cannot be unfastened without the help of Guru. So Guru helps to get rid of these. Others is bondage. Bondage is what nobody, neither Guru nor myself can. Through spiritual practices alone we have to evolve. It is transcendence. Bondage is transcendence. Here it is removal. Shackles are removal. We have to remove. The bondages we cannot remove, nor anybody helps us to remove, nor it can never be removed, but I can transcend and go beyond. Kama, Krodha, all these forces of nature, and also your birth and death, the karmic load. I have to undergo so many sufferings and joys of life, inevitably coming to me. Sukha Dukha comes by turn in different ways according to my karmic load. This nobody can, but I can one day transcend the karmic load and go beyond. The karma no more affects me because I know I am not this bodily existence. I never did anything. When I get the Atma Jnana or Bhagavad Sakshatkar, or at least the minimum least is spiritual awakening. If we get the spiritual awakening, we are free mostly of the external bondages. They leave us. We don't leave it, they leave us and go. A devotee, sir, please bless us. Yesterday, I was just going through a small handwritten article, and in that, Holy Mother, a devotee and disciple of Holy Mother is asking Holy Mother how to practice samadhi. How to practice samadhi. Mother is telling, samadhi, practicing samadhi is not suitable word or something like that. She says, keep your mind. Yoga simply defines, yoga means to remain united with God. Yoga means to remain united with God. And be united with God under all circumstances, in sukha, dukkha, mana, apamana, dhani, labha, whatever comes in life, and activities. You are doing so many activities. You are cooking, or looking after the family, this, that, everything you are doing. In and through all that, be united with God. Be united with God. Yoga is to be with God. Be with God, and this continuation, it continues to remain in your sleep also. The sleep consists of two more layers of consciousness. One is Swapnavastha, other is Sushupti Avastha. All through the dream state and deep sleep, including deep sleep, the thought of the divine, you are associated with divine throughout the day, throughout the waking state, in all under all conditions. It will continue in dream state and deep sleep also. And you will see that once you are finished this part of constant recollection of God at all times, you enter into, you see that you are there with God, God is there with you, and you naturally enter into Samadhi Sthiti. You need not separately practice it, but you see that you are experiencing Samadhi naturally, and Mother calls it is Sahaja Patha and Sahaja Samadhi. This is an important thing when he is asking us to, devotees asking, sir, please bless us. So the blessing is, then Mother says, continues to say, see, for us, Sri Ramakrishna, for the present age, Sri Ramakrishna is the best Ishtadevata, and our Ishtadevata is Sri Ramakrishna. Be united with him in the heart. So whatever be our Ishtadevata, our chosen ideal, we must be able to remain united with him or with her in the depths of our being, as deep as possible, that even in sleep it must continue. Master, God is in all beings, but you must apply to gas company. It will connect the storage tank with the pipe in your house. in those days and now also in the West and all, we saw the gas doesn't come in cylinders. Just like water line, the gas also is connected through pipes. Many places in India also, in those days wherever Britishers had their gas supply, it was done through the pipes. Like that, there is a huge storage tank and you need gas, you have to apply for it and they will come and connect and give you. You can use the gas for cooking. Now like that, God is everywhere, but you have to pray to God to reveal Himself to you, to reach you. We may not be able to reach God, but God is all capable to reach you. And the main thing is, how much do you desire? Is your heart weeping for God? If your heart is weeping, well, it doesn't take much time. Our understanding, our need is rather superficial to the extent of management of the external world, life in the external world. That should not be there. It must be in the depths of our being, I want you, I want you. Independent of the external situations, whether I am in good situation or bad situation, or right place or wrong place, irrespective of that, whatever I am experiencing, sukha dukkha, of course sukha dukkha is according to my own karma, but independent of that karmic suffering or joy, I may be in intense joy or I might be in suffering, but both of that should not affect my longing for God. I seek you independent of all external living. And second thing we have to remember is always we do our spiritual practices and call on God to everything in the background of the world. We are in the world, in the background of the world. I am doing all activities, studies, everything I am doing in the background of the world. This background has to be replaced in the background of God. The whole background, there must be, the paradigm must be shifted to new dimensions where I am there in the background of God, not the background of the world. From childhood, lives after lives, we have been running in the background of the world. We are living in the background of the world. I am doing spiritual practice as a background of the world. No, now try to remain in the awareness of behind your worldly background, just behind it is there. Because worldly background is there, it is there. But on what is it standing? It is standing on the divine. Can you penetrate a little more and see, oh, it's all divine. Just my identification with body is making me look at this as the world. A little penetration opens up a new dimension of divinity. When we look into the world, we are seeing, just like we are seeing at a person, not the Atman, not the spiritual existence, but bodily existence. A little more deep we go to understand his feelings and mind. What are his thoughts? How is he feeling? Up to feeling we'll be able to go. Can we go to the Atman? There is divine in that person. In every being there is divine. In every object is pervaded by divine. Can you get an inkling of that? Can you understand? In the understanding, or at least as a background of the divine. Oh, all this is divine after all. All this is pervaded. God is everywhere. All this is understand. This God is everywhere. God is pervading all that. God is pervading like a piece of chalk. If you dip in water, water is pervading every point of the chalk is the water. Like that, God is pervading everything, including my own existence, my heart, my body, my mind. Everything is pervaded by God. If God is not there, things cannot exist. So pervading, but we are not able to see because senses cannot perceive Him. Intellect can make some amount of understanding, but to penetrate into the reality, but to the extent understanding also, oh, all this is God, all this is God, all this is divine. My reactions, action and reaction may change. Bhavana is different from action. Action is according to the situation of life. Bhavana is what is my in reality. So this conflict should not be there between the action and bhavana. So action is just to keep the ball rolling in the world, and bhavana is for my evolution to divinehood. So we try to see and remain in the divine background and do the sadhana. That's what Sri Ramakrishna says. God is in all beings, but you must apply. That is long for manifestation externally. One must pray earnestly. That is the application. Earnestly. The term pray we understand. Earnestly is little difficult. Earnestly means independent of all external things. Irrespective of what I am, where I am, how I am, all these are not concerned at all. Whether all things are there or not, I want you. That kind of prayer. Earnestly. It is said that another aspect of earnestness is integrated personality. When we do anything, there must be two important features which Holy Mother says. Is there satyata? Is there samagrata? I sit for meditation. Is it true? Am I sitting for meditation? No thought must be able to penetrate into my mind. I am doing japa. Suppose I say I will do japa now. Nothing must come to my mind except the living presence of God. Living presence of God. I am doing japa now. There must be satyata in doing japa. I am meditating now. There must be satyata in my meditation. It is true. I am meditating truly. That kind of truthfulness. And when we say, Thakur says, hold on to truth, we hold on to verbal truth of as I have seen to tell. That verbal truth, that is not the truth. Truth is everywhere. I am sitting for meditation, I am doing worship, puja, I am doing worship. Nothing else I am doing. So here, one thing is satyata, another is samagrata. Give your whole yourself in sadhana. Now, I am doing worship, I am uttering the words correctly, movements are also all right, but my mind is thinking somewhere. Mind is also there, my heart is caught by somewhere. Then it is not samagrata. There is no samagrata in sadhana. I must integrate my personality into one being. Always, wherever I go, wherever I do, even work and activities, are you there completely? While discussions at higher level, now in factories and all, huge establishments, the people will be discussing. They are subjects and there is a leader. Teacher will be addressing and telling. Every 2 minutes they have to put their attendance. I am observing, I am listening, I am listening. If it is missing, he will ask, are we in the same page? You are thinking something else and something is happening. Now and then he will ask, are we in the same page? That must be there. So my whole thing, are you fully there? I am talking to you, are you fully there? They have to say, yes, I am there, I am listening. Then the answers, then the problems, how to deal with the problem, all that comes from various corners. Now, am I there fully? Am I really doing, and fully there? These two are important, this Satyata and Samagrata. Do it. Even ordinary work, be yourself wholly there. You are cleaning floor. Don't think of anything else. There it is practice. And in sadhana, the same mind adopts to that inner awareness. Beautifully it transcends. So one must pray earnestly. Here we see what is that earnestness means. It is said that one can realize God by directing to Him the combined intensity of the three attractions, namely child's attraction for the mother, husband's attraction for the chaste wife, and the attraction of the worldly possessions for the worldly man. Three attractions, the child and mother, how they are. The child, if it doesn't see mother for a few minutes, when it's playing because mother is behind. If it fails to see mother, how it struggles to see. Especially if the child is missing. In huge gatherings, sometimes children and mother separate. The mother also will be feeling such a difficult situation, weeping and running here, there. So also the child is weeping and searching the mother here, there. So that kind of, I cannot live without it, I cannot exist without it. Like that. The greedy man or the one who longs for this one, Vishayi, regarding the Vishaya, and husband's attraction for the chaste wife. The chaste wife is totally dedicated to one ideal. Oh, how much she is dedicated to me. How can I repay? How can I express my gratitude? That kind of dedication will be there. So this attraction, these three attractions, they work in different levels and different lines within us. It is there. Putrishna, Vittavishna and Lokashna are there within us. These are moving in three different directions. My heart is set to three things in this world. They are brought together. Integration. I am integrated. If we can turn these three together to God, then you will realize God. There are certain signs by which you can know a true devotee of God. His mind becomes quiet as listens to the teacher's instruction. There are certain signs by which you can know a true devotee of God. His mind becomes quiet as he listens to the teacher's instruction, just as a poisonous snake is quieted by music of the charmer. when the disciple listens to Guru's instructions, Guru's words, the whole thing is settling down. Everything is settling down. Means the mind is filled with various thoughts. So many thoughts, it's crowded with thoughts. They are like pins, sticks kept that it cannot get compressed. Everywhere it is locked. When they become slowly loosened, when they become flexible, the whole thing, the mind starts attaining tranquility. It collapses. Mind collapses. When collapsing is there, there is expansion. It expands. Anything that collapses expands. This expansion of the mind, where does it expand? Into nature. It enjoys the presence of nature. Nature is constantly radiating peace, bliss, love, beauty, and perfection. It is constantly radiating. As your mental tensions, anxieties, thoughts, constantly some thought or other is holding it. As it is settling down, the flexibility. Guru's words, oh, what am I holding on to? Oh, the words itself is making those firm things into dilated state, and so it expands. Like a charmer. These are the signs of a true devotee. I don't mean the cobra. There is another sign. A real devotee develops the power of assimilating instruction. Instruction is given to grasp it, absorb it, and store it, and implement it, and act according to it. An instruction is given to understand, to accept, to retain. How much of efforts are there, you see, to retain, then to absorb it in us and to implement and practice it. Tuck, 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 it must happen. A true devotee, that sign, the moment it is told, it is done. No more. There is no questioning, there is no mind. Immediately accepts it. There is no questioning, there is no doubt, there is no this one. Because he sees the divine hand working behind his life. First we must yield ourselves, give ourselves to divine. I am a true devotee of God. The sign of devotee of God is taken care by the, oh, nothing can happen to me. I am taken care by God. This God taking care of man. I am a true devotee. God will never deceive me. There is no injustice in nature and God anytime. One Swami used to tell us, you can fully trust God at all times. Everything may turn out to be treacherous one day or other, but God will not. You can trust fully. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.